It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Play fake. Murray. Flushed out right. Murray has the first down and more. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And this defense for the Cardinals, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's a 5-yard game, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Murray now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. We're scoreless after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A solid stiff arm. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On the give, this is Eckler.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's McKinney.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A handoff, it's Eckler.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, and this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, that wasn't a completion. but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on first down is Murray. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray as time expires in the first half. And the Cards will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Flushed out right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Murray now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. First down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Gets this one to Hill. Hill shedding the tackle. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Second down and goal. Murray. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
The score, Cardinals 21, Chargers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to air one out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Herbert back to the air. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Gallup, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And the pass falls incomplete. So 5 seconds remaining now in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's got Eckler and brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other.